Hello. Today I'm going to show you how I make green sand. This is my first time ever making green sand. This sand in this here container, I have actually sifted it. This is what I've gotten out of it. These are the larger chunks of quartz, and all I'm using is this. I'm going through about half a bag right there. That's what I had left over out of that bag from when I made my furnace. Made it for refractory for my furnace. I'm using that stainless steel bowl right there to measure it. And from what I understand, you want to mix it 10 to 1. 10 parts sand to 1 part bentonite clay. And one of the closest forms of bentonite clay that you can find on a local basis without ordering it and costing you an arm and a leg is kitty litter. And this is Kitty Diggins fragrance free cat litter. And somewhere on the back, 100% natural, mineral, unique, help eliminate, blah 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 blah. Anyway, somewhere on this bag it says bentonite clay, and that's all it has in it. Damn, I should have looked before I started recording there. But anyway, it's there it is. Fuller's Earth. That's bentonite clay. Look it up. Anyway, made in USA. Yay. Yeah, you can't use it like that. You have to refine it a little bit. And I'm using this Ninja blender, which we don't use anymore. I just chopped up a bunch right here. I'll open it and show you because I'm going to sift this into my sand. And you see how fine it is in there. It's still a good bit gritty. I may dump it out and process it again. But you want it to be as fine as you can get it. And doing it in smaller batches than this is probably recommended. But you see that dust coming out of there, that's what you want. That's going to give your green sand something to mold to, and it'll hold moisture. And you don't want to soak this down. You just want just enough that when you squeeze it, it forms a clump, and it breaks easily but holds its shape. So let me refine this a little bit more, and I'll sift it into the sand. Okay, I'm back making green sand. I chopped up 7 pounds of bentonite clay using this blender right here. I also used a grinder which burned up on me, and I tried to use a Ninja blender, but the shaft broke. But I got a mess here, hell of a mess. But I wanted to show you this right here is a coarse sifter, and it sifts fine, but it leaves it kind of like this right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Sorry about the lighting. I got the back door shut because the neighbor's cutting grass. And then I resifted the clay with this sifter because this is a fine sifter here. Anyway, that bowl down there represents 2.5 pounds of bentonite clay. The sand that's in there is it's about 60 pounds of sand that already has around 4 pounds of bentonite clay in it. I was under the notion that it was 10 parts to 1 part bentonite clay, but that's incorrect. It's 10% of the whole, so you would have 60 pounds of clay, 60 pounds of sand, you need 6 pounds, 6 to 6.5 pounds of clay. So that's what I got here. This will be my 6 to 6.5 pounds of clay in that bowl. Now I'm going to dump this in here and mix it all up, and then I'm going to add moisture to it. And what I was doing was I was using a pump up sprayer and just one of these, because squirt bottles keep breaking. I guess they can't handle the grit or whatever while you're mixing it. The dust gets into it and then they don't want to work. But I went through 2 spray bottles and I said, the hell with it, and I got out my pump sprayer. So I have that fan going for circulation in here. Anytime you're dealing with a dusty substance, you should do it in a well ventilated area and use a fan to draw the dust away from you. Because the first time I did this, I did it for about an hour, and man, my lungs hurt breathing in that dust, and I had the back door open and everything. I put a mask on after that. But make sure that you do this in a well ventilated area and you wear a mask. Safety first, safety third, anywhere in there will be fine as long as you're wearing a mask and you're in a well ventilated area and you're not breathing in that clay dust. They said the silicone sand is bad for you too. I don't know. But anyway, it's 10% of the weight, not 10% of the volume. So like I said, I've got 60 pounds of sand and 6 to 6.5 pounds of clay. With a 7-pound bag of kitty litter, and I waited as I ground it up, and it came out to about 6.5 pounds. I guess I lost some to the dust and the tiny little bit I got left over. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some moisture to this. I'm going to try and mix it up a little better with that. I don't know how well that'll work. That's not the mixer I wanted, but I couldn't find the big one. I'm trying to just mix this all in the best I can. And then I'll probably put the lid on it and tumble it around a pretty good bit until I get it all mixed up, and then I'll add more moisture to it. I just wanted you to see how fine this clay is from that sifter. It's like, I wouldn't say quite flour, more like cornmeal, or maybe like a fine grits, like a farina or a cream of wheat. You southern folk will know what I'm talking about. If you have a small grist mill, and I didn't say grits, I said grist, G-R-I-S-T. It's like a big grinding stone to grind up, wheat and stuff into flour. Then this would probably work better for you. But it gives them blenders hell. Anyway, let me get to mixing. Okay, I'm probably not done mixing here, but I just wanted to show you that you want it to be moist enough that when you clump it up, it'll break apart cleanly. And I think this probably needs more moisture to it. You see how I can press it into a clump and then break it apart? You want it about like that. And I probably should have mixed this in smaller batches, and I think what I'll do is when I go to use it, I'm just going to shovel out half a 5-gallon bucket at a time and make sure I've got it to the right consistency that I need to form a mold. If it's not clumping together right, it will break apart on you when you try to take the mold apart before you cast, and you don't want that. So you have to get that moisture consistency right. And I'm going to end this video here because I've just got too much sand in here to get it all moist at one time, and I need to break it down into smaller batches, like I said, a 5-gallon bucket at a time. That would be the smart thing to do. Just mix. I'm not zooming in, sorry guys. Just mix up a 5-gallon bucket at a time, so you know what you got. You know what I'm saying? I know I've got 60 pounds of sand to 6 to 7 pounds of clay in here, and getting that moisture right is hard because it's a load. So I'm going to let this sit and let the moisture distribute a little bit throughout, and I'll come back and shake it up periodically until I get it to where I want it. I'm not planning on using it anytime too soon here, but I'm getting tired. I've been sick lately and not feeling well, and this has worn me out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have a great day.